You may recognize our next guest from MTV's hit reality shows Rob & Big and Fantasy Factory. But television is actually not the only project that this mogul in the making is juggling.
That's right. Here to talk about his fashion empire, young and reckless, and his trailblazing career is music producer and clothing designer Chris "Drama" Paff. Hey.
Hello, hello.
Welcome,
Drama.
welcome.
That was a great intro.
Yes.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
I feel
Did we
powerful.
Try?
Yeah. That was good.
So the label has a very provocative name, Young and Reckless.
Yeah.
Are you young? Are you reckless?
I am slowly getting older, unfortunately.
Okay.
But,
Are you still reckless?
I am,
Okay.
in the right ways. And what I liked is I liked how Nico and Vince talked about thinking differently. And Gilbert was telling people to be stupid, which you got to do in the right way.
Yeah.
But really, to me, it's more of a motivational thing. It's about following your dreams and enjoying your life. And there's a certain level of just kind of disregarding rules that you have to be able to do those things. People who kind of follow the rules and live inside the box tend to have kind of boring, dull lives.
I agree with
I'm
you.
here to tell you to not do that.
All right.
And wear a T-shirt.
And wear a T-shirt, of course. And speaking of wearing a T-shirt, celebrities like Lil Wayne, Jermaine Dupri, Rita Ora, and Justin Bieber are all wearing your shirt.
Yeah.
Now, why do you think Young and Reckless is so popular among the young and famous?
You know, I think it's probably a combination of they can maybe relate to me, as someone that was on TV and that's also trying to do, something in the business world. And also, I think that the message is very universal. Like I said, I don't preach the negative side. I'm more about the positive side. But really, almost anyone can relate to it in some way. My mom called me the other day and said she was reckless because she put too much sugar in her chocolate chip cookies. So.
Oh, wow.
Crazy
That's a good
mom.
type of reckless.
She's
Crazy
living on the
mom.
edge.
Yes.
Whoa.
So I said, Mom,
Whoa.
calm it down.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Tell her to chill out.
Yes.
She's one crazy lady.
I mean, come on.
Oh, God.
So what's the inspiration behind your designs? And how would you describe the aesthetic style?
What it is it's very streetwear, very streetwear inspired. Really, I think where that came from is I'm from Ohio, from Akron, Ohio, which is very boring.
You're from Ohio.
Yeah, and it's boring.
Boring,
Yes,
and
I
he's
agree
even
with
from the
you.
exciting part.
I know, Cincinnati.
Yeah. So, but he knows my side of town. So very boring. Not a lot of access to exciting things, especially brands and you know how it works in New York and LA and Miami. These things are all cool, and you don't know about it in Middle America.
That's true.
So when I moved to LA, I saw streetwear culture. I saw how cool it was and how connected to their fan base these brands were. And so what I wanted to do was create a brand like that was distributed to malls and to mainstream America, but still had that connection and that cool sort of feeling. So.
What do you think about LeBron coming home?
I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled. It's literally my parents took the photographs of his last newborn baby. My cousin did the electric in his house. I mean, Akron is such a small town. It's like we made it.
Right.
We're
made it
economy's
together.
back.
Are you
Yeah.
serious?
Wow.
You
Yeah,
have that close a connection to him?
Absolutely, yeah. My dad, when I was growing up, I grew up skateboarding, and my dad would always say, man, you have to come to St. V. This kid is so good. Because my dad would go photograph him, and I said, Dad, I don't care about a high school basketball player that's good. What do I care, Dad? And sure enough, he ended up being LeBron James.
Of course.
Now I regret it because
You should have went. You should have went. He's tried to come to our fraternity parties. He's been turned away.
Yeah,
Because he was
see?
underage.
Yeah.
But what do we know? Live and we learn, right?
Yes.
Okay, so a lot of people know you not only being from Akron, but also from the reality show Rob & Big.
Yeah.
And you actually worked as Rob, your cousin's personal assistant.
Correct.
How is it working with family?
It was hard. It was real hard. When that was shortly after I moved to LA from Ohio, and it just so happened that his assistant quit last minute, and he asked me. I was going to go get a job at a skateboard shop, and he said, "Do you want to be my assistant?" And I said, "Man, I don't even know what an assistant is. I don't even know what that means." And all of our friends kind of came to me and said, "Don't do it, man. It's going to mess up your relationship with him," and blah blah blah. But it was good. I mean, I think I have pretty thick skin, and it ended up bringing us closer. And obviously, I learned so much countless information from it that I don't regret it at all.
Yeah, because reality shows can destroy friendships, relationships,
Oh,
family
yeah.
bonds.
And that too, because during Rob & Big, so we did Rob & Big, and then we did 6 seasons of Fantasy Factory after that. So on Rob & Big, I was his assistant and on the show. So it was the chaos of being on the show as well as working for him and having stuff to do. And it was a rough time, but it was a great kind of shock. Once again, like I said, from Ohio to LA, kind of shock. Here's what the real world's all about. Take it or leave it, and it worked,
And now Fantasy Factory has been renewed for another season.
Yeah.
Yes,
So what can we expect
yes.
this time around?
More, unfortunately, life-threatening stunts, I'm
Okay.
guessing.
Ooh, that's what we love.
Yeah, so we always mix a few of those in. And just, we just have fun, man. That's the biggest thing to us is we never wanted to make it too serious or have, people fighting with their girlfriends or whatever. We just wanted to have fun, so.
Yeah, really quickly, some last-minute advice for young kids out there who want to be you when they grow up.
I would say educate yourself first.
Okay.
So many people are just taught to just dream and they just kind of like try to figure it out. Educate yourself, figure out a plan, and then just execute that plan and don't let anyone stop you.
And
And
real
be a
quick-
little reckless.
And
always.
yeah.
Where can we get Young and Reckless?
Young and Reckless is in PacSun, Macy's, Dillard's, Tilly's, and then a handful of other stores, youngandreckless.com, straight to the source.
All right. Thank you
All
so much
right.
for being here.
Thank you
Yeah,
so much
thank you for
being
having me.
here.
And
I'm
thanks for
feeling
watching.
young and reckless. How
I
you
know.
feeling,
Let's
Shannon?
get a little young
Let's
and
get
reckless.
into trouble. Yeah.
Thanks for watching Arise Entertainment 360.
We'll see you tomorrow.